Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program, brought to you by WCVF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Jackson DiCarlo.
And I'm Alex Erwin. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we'll have news, sports, and weather, but first, campus news. SUNY Fredonia's own Vice President of Enrollment and Student Services, Dr. Cedric Howard, will be leaving the college for a new opportunity. Howard is taking a new position at the new University of Northern Colorado to serve as the Vice President of Student Affairs. SUNY Fredonia President Dr. Stephen Collison says that Howard was, quote, a valued colleague and a tremendous asset to SUNY Fredonia the past 5 years. Howard has made many positive impacts on SUNY Fredonia's campus and says this decision was bittersweet. While Howard will remain on campus until mid-November, SUNY Fredonia will be conducting a nationwide search for his replacement. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. in King Concert Hall, SUNY Fredonia's Wind Ensemble will be having their first public performance since March 2nd, 2019. The ensemble will be playing pieces from West Side Story, among other arrangements, and features 41 students. The concert will be free and open to the public.
Thank you, Jackson. Today, we'll be interviewing Chris Lagrow and Wendy Dunst about grad school week, and we will be having our classically chaotic segment, Trivia, slightly after 12. We will also be listening to a few of our weekly segments, such as Just the Facts and The Phantom Zone.
Let's start with our local news and sports updates prepared by Cascio and Trevor, followed by our weather update prepared and read by Jules. What's going on, Cascio?
Good afternoon, Fredonia. I'm Cascio Fonseca, and this is your High Noon News Update. In local news for this week, the rate of new confirmed cases of COVID-19 has slowed slightly in Chautauqua County, according to weekly information released Wednesday morning by the Health Department. From October 3rd to October 9th, there were 433 new cases of the virus, along with 3 new virus-related deaths. There are currently 331 active cases, 33 people with the virus in the hospital, and 700 people in quarantine. To date, there have been 12,612 total confirmed cases, 12,013 recoveries, and 192 virus-related deaths. In other local news, those who heat their homes with natural gas should plan on wrapping up in a blanket a little more often, or on shelling out more to pay for their gas bills this coming winter. National Fuel Gas Corporation officials said recently that natural gas prices on the New York Mercantile Exchange are roughly double the cost of this time last year. The increase in commodity prices and the forecast of a colder, snowier winter this year are leading national fuel officials to project the average gas bill from November through March will increase from $498 last winter to $714 this week, or a 43% increase. The increased price for natural gas is being caused by several factors, according to national fuel officials. Global demand for domestically produced liquefied natural gas has increased at the same time domestic production of natural gas has been disrupted, and natural gas storage inventories are much lower than normal.
Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Hauer here with your High Noon Friday Sports Update. Week 5 in the NFL has come to an end, and your local Buffalo Bills are on a complete tear right now. After Sunday Night Football's blowout over the Kansas City Chiefs in hostile territory, the Bills are tied with the Baltimore Ravens for the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Bills will travel to Nashville for another primetime game on Monday night starting at 8:15 p.m. The MLB postseason is in full swing, no pun intended. The Boston Red Sox have shocked the Tampa Bay Rays and eliminated them out of the ALDS in 4 games to advance to the American League Championship Series. The Houston Astros also took care of business against the White Sox in 4 games to host the Red Sox for games 1 and 2 at Minute Maid Park starting tonight at 8:10 p.m. for the American League Championship Series. The Atlanta Braves also shocked the Milwaukee Brewers in 4 games to play against the winner of the Dodgers-Giants series starting tonight. In the NHL, the hockey season is officially underway as the Tampa Bay Lightning lifted their Stanley Cup banner on Tuesday night to kick off the new season. New expansion team Seattle Kraken lost their first game in regulation against the 2017 expansion team Vegas Golden Knights. The Buffalo Sabres will host the Arizona Coyotes for their second home game of the season on Saturday with a matinee game starting at 1 p.m. You've been listening to your sports update on High Noon Friday on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno.
The Northern Chautauqua Weather Update, being brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon, Fredonia. It's your resident weather girl here, Jules Hoepting, bringing you all the updates on those wind fluctuations and sky precipitations. This week will bring several days of breeze, and the temperatures will drop from those beautiful 70s into those cool 60s. Today, chance of showers mainly after 3 p.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 76. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms, and then there is a possibility of showers and thunderstorms after 7 p.m. Low around 62, wind picking up 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, showers and a possibility of a thunderstorm. High near 63, breezy with west winds 16 to 22 miles per hour with gusts as high as 33 miles per hour. Saturday night, showers and a possibility of a thunderstorm continue. Low around 49, and that breeziness will also be continuing. Sunday, showers likely, mainly before 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 58, and again, that breeziness is continuing. Sunday night, possibility of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 48. Monday, chance of showers before 2 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 60. Monday night, mostly clear with a low around 48. And Tuesday, sunny with a high near 66. Well, there you have it, folks. Fall foliage is approaching its peak, so be sure to get out and absorb those fall colors as the leaves absorb the last bits of sunlight before falling to their death. All right, I'm Jules Hoepting. Let's take it on back to our host.
Thanks, guys. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. To start, here's Just the Facts. Welcome back to Just the Facts. I'm your host for today, Alex Erwin, along with my co-hosts Hunter
Hello.
and Chloe.
Hi.
I'm very excited about this week's Just the Facts, guys.
Yeah?
I'm very excited.
What's the topic?
The topic is a topic very near and dear to my heart, as well as my mother's. This one's for Sela Erwin. Shout out Sela Erwin. We're talking about Montana facts this week.
Why are you
Oh.
shouting out your mom?
Because my mom was
Why-
raised in Montana.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't we be shouting out his mom?
Well, I meant why.
Yeah, my mom's great.
Well,
We
I
shouldn't
wasn't saying
need a
she's
reason.
not great. I was wondering what your mom's connection was to Montana, is all.
She grew up in Montana.
That's very cool.
It is very cool.
I got some cousins and some family in Montana.
Montana's beautiful.
I've
is
heard
very
that. I
nice.
don't have any connections to Montana, but I have seen pictures online, and it looks like a really pretty state.
It's very pretty. But I'm very excited to talk about Montana facts. So I'm gonna be the first one to talk about my fact because I found this fact. Yeah, I know. Hunter was very surprised. I found this fact, and this is one of the main reasons why I chose to do Montana. The largest observed snowflake fell during a storm in 1887 in Montana. It measured 15 inches wide.
That's
That's
giant.
a big old snowflake.
That's really big.
Huge snowflake.
It's like I feel like you could like see the details in it. Like when you see like the pictures of the snowflakes that are like
That's like
super zoomed
bigger
in.
than your face, Hunter.
It is.
I feel like I've made some snowmen that are smaller than that snowflake.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Honestly.
That's wild.
How do you even like first off, what are the chances that you catch that bad boy falling from the sky?
Yeah, there could have been bigger ones that they didn't even see.
Second
That's
off, like
wild.
how did it like stay intact? Like I don't know about you, but I feel like a 15-inch wide like snowflake would
Would
like
break on the way down.
yeah, would
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
drop like a pebble or a brick. Somewhere in between. Maybe a rock.
A rock.
Yeah, a stone. Haha, I
A
found it.
stone.
That a 15-inch snowflake would drop like a stone. Imagine like put that in a frame. You like look at my snow. Well, it would melt.
It's
How? Yeah, I was
snow.
gonna say, how do you put snow in a frame?
What if like like those walk-in like freezers that like restaurants have?
Yeah.
Put it in a frame and then put it in that walk-in freezer.
But it would break if you
Not-
put it in the frame.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
How would it break?
Well, you have
Because
to
it's
compress it.
fragile.
Well, like you put the snowflake in there and then you leave a little bit of space and then you put the glass on top. And then boom, snowflake picture.
This is realistically speaking, if you were able to get it out of the sky and put it in a frame, you would have to have been expecting it. Know what I'm saying?
I mean like
Because like you don't like how would you transport it to the frame?
my imagining of this situation is that it kind of fell down like a piece of paper.
And you just
and
take it up.
And then you just kind of like pick it up. I feel like that's a solid chunk of ice.
Don't the majority of snowflakes turn into water on impact, anyways?
They do.
But
Because
this
that's
is-
when when
this
you
is-
catch them on your tongue. Imagine catching that one on your
But
tongue.
those are little baby snowflakes, Hunter. This is a big boy.
But it's made
This
of the
is a
same thing.
chunky man right here.
Still the
we're talking
same kind
about.
of makeup.
It is.
Same
It's
structure.
the same thing. It's still snow.
Talking about frames, I'm looking through a frame right now at Hunter James Halterman. I'm looking for a fact, Hunter.
You're looking for a fact?
I'm looking for a fact.
You know, I might just give you a fact.
Yeah.
He might.
I think I can do that for you.
Well, then give me the fact.
Alex,
Yes.
Montana is big enough to hold Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York, and Washington, D.C. within its borders.
Why?
That's wild.
That's pretty wild.
It's a
I
big
like how
state.
they had to like throw in Washington D.C. in there.
I know. I said that too when I was
Because
when I found the
D.C.
thing.
doesn't get enough love.
Well, it's the capital, Alex.
Yeah, but like no one really cares about it.
You know, we just had this conversation earlier. I kind of forgot about Washington, D.C. for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it's there, but I don't think about it. Like, I think about the White House separately from Washington, D.C., you know?
Do you want me to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
completely honest?
What?
I thought Washington, D.C. was completely a part of Maryland.
So did Jackson
No.
DiCarlo.
Really?
Yes, he thought it was
It's
a part
it's
of
half in Virginia, too.
Well, it's not in
It's like-
either of them.
It's its own thing, but it's, like,
thing.
on, like, the border between the two.
It's on the border. It's not a part of any state. It's its own entity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a district.
It's its own little funky groovy.
It's just
type
a
of
thing.
Little guy.
It's doing its thing.
Yeah.
He's a little.
He exists.
What if it was like? No, that was a dumb thought.
No, finish it. I want to know now.
Is Vienna a part of a country?
Vienna?
Yes.
Vienna's in Italy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of the Vatican City.
Ah, there we go.
Vatican City is its own thing.
That's
It's its
what I
own thing.
thought.
It's separate.
So
yeah.
like DC is really just like the Vatican City, but like on the U.S.
Yeah.
if the United States had a Vatican City, it would be Washington D.C.
Would it?
Well, that's what you just said. I'm repeating your thought.
Well, like it's like it, but if I had to choose like a Vatican City number 2, I'd choose St. Louis.
This is going way off topic.
The entirety of Missouri.
Why?
Jesus, misery.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
That's my choice.
That's a good one.
Man. Want to know what else is misery? Not hearing Chloe Kowalyk's fact. Hit me with a fact, Chloe.
All right, cool. So, Montana, it doesn't have a huge population.
No, it doesn't.
So, there's actually more cows in Montana than people. So, the people, an approximate population number is about 1 million for the people.
Mm-hmm.
And then for cows, it's 2.6 million, which is like more than double, which is kind of crazy.
That's like,
That's 250%, 260%.
yes.
That was quick math.
That is 2.6 cows per person.
Which is kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Right. The carbon emissions must be terrible.
Do you think you could take on a cow?
No. Like me by myself
Yes.
with my bare hands.
Mano y mano.
No.
Do
Absolutely
you think
not.
you could, Alex?
I don't know.
I don't think you
No.
could.
No?
No.
No.
No. Are we talking like a bull? Because like a bull would like ruin me.
Well, a bull
I'd be
is a cow.
impaled. No.
They're like
Is it the same hunter?
A bull is a male cow.
Okay.
yeah.
What if like a dairy cow?
Like yeah,
I bet I
that's
could
well
last.
people like
in a
tip
fight.
them, you know.
That is true. I just
So
gotta,
you
like,
might be
do
able
it
to
like
just tip it over, which is kind of
Yeah.
mean, but
but
you
I'd
could do
win.
it.
What a Montana's a wild state.
It really is.
It is. I feel like I don't hear enough about Montana.
Yeah, it's not that talked about, but there's a lot of facts about it.
They got a lot of
You gotta
trees.
know. That's why we're doing this.
There's a lot of facts about every state.
I think this would be a great time to announce a 2-part 1-hour special that Just the Facts will be doing. 50 states, 50 facts. We're gonna gather all the states together. We're gonna sit them down. We're gonna find facts about them, and then 2 1-hour segments. We're gonna talk just facts. But that will be coming in the near future. We'll have a date for you on that. But I believe that is the end of Just the Facts for this week. I would like to thank Hunter and Chloe for finding some cool facts about one of my favorite states out there, Montana. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Yeehaw. Thanks, guys. Next up is the Phantom Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Welcome back to The Phantom Zone with I, your host, Ben Anderson. And with us today, here's my co-host,
Alec Wright, Mothman enthusiast.
I guess before we go any further, the show we watched today was Monster Quest, which is a History Channel a documentary.
Pseudo-documentary.
It's a pseudo-documentary on cryptics. And I think I wanted to stray away a bit from the ghosty type things we were doing before. And I think Mothman is a good place to start.
I consider Mothman a terrorist from this viewing experience.
From this viewing experience of Monster Quest? Why do you think that, Alec?
Because it related him to multiple national disasters, specifically 9/11 and the outbreak of swine flu.
Yes, in Mexico.
Yeah, so I guess he's an international terrorist.
Yes, he's an international terrorist that also got his hand on biotech.
Apparently, he has a very widespread range, anywhere from Appalachia all the way to the Midwest.
We got like a bunch of different eyewitnesses that range from not credible to uncredible.
I wouldn't trust any of them. I particularly enjoyed the photographer who managed not to get a photo of him. They specifically highlighted that he was a photographer with a camera and then showed pictures of where Mothman was and how he missed it, because apparently Mothman's faster than a shutter speed.
I particularly love the fact that they only have one model of Mothman, and he looks very cuddly.
Yes, for their animation, I would say Mothman was very cuddly. I would say they went for a different approach when it came to the actual painting of Mothman towards the end.
Yes, they actually had a forensic scientist do like criminal sketches, all of like the descriptions he gained from every eyewitness sightings of all of Mothman.
Keep in mind, none of them really looked that similar to each other, but if you squinted real close, you could say, oh yeah, there's similar features, which is red eyes and wings.
There's a funny photo at the end where it just looks like Nosferatu with wings
and rippling abs.
He did have nice rippling abs.
They went full sexy Mothman.
Yeah, that's something we should discuss, is the two investigators that went around all of like Milwaukee to find Mothman. And like they walked up a hill and were like, this looks like where Mothman could live.
Yeah, they pretty much found what they would consider an area where large flying winged animals could live. In other words, birds. And they basically said, Mothman could live here. And they basically chose a spot where birds could live. And they had a pretty wide area from the Midwest all the way to Appalachia to choose. Oh, big birds could live here. It was very interesting, and I deeply enjoyed how they portrayed anyone who had a differing opinion of Mothman as probably not being correct. They at one point speculated that Mothman could really just be sightings of owls,
which I do agree with.
Yes, I think that was the answer, and I think they realized that was the answer when they showed it about 10-15 minutes in, and then they completely dropped the subject until the end when they were going over the information, and they said basically, maybe owls.
What would you rank this episode in general of like just anything?
I would rank this episode a solid 5.5 light bulbs.
Out of what?
Well, out of light bulbs.
Oh, I see. All right.
Or I guess out of, I don't know.
10 light bulbs?
10 light bulbs.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I need an ending for that range.
And then you did it. I see. So you ranked it at 5 out of 10 light bulbs.
Yes.
And I would rank this probably. The show is really boring. It was such a boring program.
It really was boring. That's why I ranked it out of light bulbs.
I see. I would give it a 3.5. I guess this will actually conclude this episode of The Phantom Zone with your host, Benjamin Anderson and
Alec Wright.
Hopefully we'll have a more basic episode next week. Maybe Jackson will return. Maybe Alec will still be here. Or maybe he'll float off into another part of the Phantom Zone. I don't know.
I'll float around. I'll swing by.
How did General Zod get you in here?
Well, that's the thing, is personally, I am half moth, half man.
Yeah.
And I was flying by, and, well, I decided to stop by because I saw the light was on.
That's fair. That's fair.
R.I.P. Norm Macdonald.
Thanks for the segment. Now, let's bring it to Chloe with an exclusive interview.
Hi everyone, my name is Kowalyk and I'm one of the High Noon Friday producers, and today I have a very special interview for you all. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Chris Lagrow. I'm the Associate Director of Career Development.
I'm Wendy Dunst. I work in the Graduate Studies Office.
Awesome. So I understand that there is grad school week that's coming up. Actually, at the time that this airs, it'll be that Monday. So why don't you guys tell me a little bit about grad school week?
Well, grad school week's been going on since about 2009. We have a graduate school fair that regularly brings in about 60 to 70 grad programs and institutions. We have some programming during the week as well, and to get people ready for graduate school and to showcase our own graduate programs.
Yes, so we decided, we used to have the fair on one day during the week, and Chris and I got together and decided to have some more programming and workshops during that week so that students can, as Chris said, prepare for graduate school.
Cool. Yeah, I understand that it's virtual this year because of everything that's been going on, but it's going to be over Zoom, right?
Yes, and
Nice.
the workshops that I'm doing, I did them virtually last year. We had a virtual fair again and recorded them, and a lot of people really liked that option because they could attend at the time and ask questions as if they were in the room, or they could view the recording later.
That's really cool, yeah. What kind of programs do you guys run?
So the workshops that that my office is doing, I'm running all the workshops, and then Career Development has another workshop during the week. I'm doing Writing a Strong Statement of Intent on Monday at 3 p.m. The Graduate Fair is on Tuesday. I'm doing a workshop on Fredonia's graduate programs and how to apply on Wednesday at 3 p.m. And then on Thursday at 3 p.m., I'm doing a workshop specifically for speech-language pathology applicants.
And the Career Development Office will be doing a presentation on all things graduate school. We'll have one of our counselors there and our graduate assistant who's been through the application process pretty recently. And they'll be sharing their experiences and some tips and ways to prepare. The graduate school fair itself, we're expecting over 70 programs this year, which is pretty consistent with what we usually see. And it'll be on the 19th, which is a Tuesday, from 11 to 3.
Cool. Why do you guys hold this event each year?
A lot of students want to go to graduate school. Students want to get they want to go on and become doctors and dentists and maybe get their MSW in social work. There's a lot of different majors that send students to graduate school, and we do this to help them get there, let them know what's out there.
And the workshops also help with that because they focus on specific aspects of the graduate school experience. The Statement of Intent one, for example, I allow people who are coming to the workshop to submit to me their drafts for statements of intent, and I critique and help edit them for those students, and that has proven to be very popular.
Yeah, that sounds really great. So who's welcome to attend? Is it just students, graduate students?
All the above. Current students, members of the community can attend. Faculty are welcome to pop in and network with the graduate recruiters if they'd like to. Alumni are welcome to attend. It's open to everybody.
Yeah, awesome. So how can people sign up?
There is, if they go into our Fred Network system, there's a sign up, an RSVP in that attached to the event, and for each of the presentations that we'll be doing. That'll help us prepare so we know how many to expect for the presentations and also how many are participating in the event. We can't really count them when they go to a Zoom room, but we can at least get a sense of how many attended if they sign up, and that would help us a great deal if they did.
Right, yeah. So where do you think people should go for more information?
We have a landing page on our website, fredonia.edu/CDO. That will take you to the Grad Fair landing page where all of the presentation events and the event itself will be listed with full information, dates, times, and links.
Awesome.
And Fredonia will also be represented at the graduate fair. The recruiter in the office has about 3 or 4 tables each year highlighting the different graduate programs that Fredonia has.
That's really cool. Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys would like to add that I didn't mention?
you?
I can't think of anything. We hope to be in person at
Yes.
some point in the
Right.
future. And when we've done Graduate School Week events in the past, the Graduate School Office has done a Donuts and Cider deal to just help people have awareness about graduate programs in the Graduate Studies Office. So hopefully next year we'll be able to do something like that.
For sure. Yeah.
We definitely would like to bring the event back to campus for 2022 if we can. I would like to say anyone who is thinking about going to grad school, career development can help with their researching programs, with interviewing for their application process. Wendy does a very good presentation on writing the letters of intent, but we will review them with you individually, give you some individual advice and tips, help with your resume, all those kinds of things for graduate school. So take advantage of that if you can.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for coming on the show. I'm really glad that you came in to speak about this. I think it's really important. So thank you.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show. Now let's bring it to Cascio with the international news.
Hello again, Fredonia. Here is your national news update. In national news for this week, the United States is taking a major step toward reopening its borders with Canada and Mexico. Beginning next month, the U.S. will allow non-essential travelers to enter the country along the long land borders it shares with its two neighbors. Non-essential entry has been barred since the early weeks of the global COVID-19 pandemic back in March of 2020. That's despite the fact that Canada began allowing vaccinated Americans back into the country in August. Inbound non-essential travelers will have to prove they are fully vaccinated, along with other more standard paperwork required for legal entry. The move parallels a recent announced step for international air travelers. As of right now, people traveling into the U.S. for essential reasons do not have to be vaccinated, but administration officials say they'll begin requiring vaccinations across the board for both essential and non-essential travelers in January. In other national news, it's time to get those costumes and bowls of candy ready, because Halloween is just around the corner. Unlike last year, trick-or-treating can go ahead this season, according to the nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci. After more than 18 months under the dark cloud of the coronavirus pandemic, the Halloween celebration should be able to go ahead safely. That's a refreshing change from last year's celebrations that were largely canceled due to high cases of COVID-19 and no vaccines yet available. As many adults and now younger Americans over the age of 12 are getting vaccinated, Fauci said trick-or-treating outdoors, where the risk of infection is lower, should be safer for young children. That's all the news for this week. Have a great weekend, Fredonia.
Thanks for the updates. Finally, we have something special for all you listeners. It's time for Trivia Slightly After 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for the chance to win glorious prizes. This week, we have 3 wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Olivia Sylvester. I'm a sophomore and I'm a mathematics major. You heard that right. I am insane.
Hi, I'm Dan Granados, and I am a freshman at Fredonia, soon to be music ed major.
Hi, I'm Yisel, and I'm hungry.
Cool. That's awesome. All right, here are the rules. First one to shout their name after the question is read will get a shot at answering the question. Each question is worth a point, and at the end of the game, the person with the most points wins. This week's category is Wacky History. Not just regular history, wacky history.
Got some good ones.
And let it be known that there is a prize for today's episode.
There's a
specifically.
Money?
No, even better than money. Food.
Food.
There's a food prize for the winner. So you are hungry, folks. We starved our contestants this week for this very special prize. So here we go.
Number 1.
This one's my favorite.
No, it isn't. I do odds.
Fine.
What do you mean fine?
I just like this
odds.
question. It's pretty good.
Oh, well.
Go.
Number 1. Who invented the Yo Mama joke?
See, if you wrote it, you'd know how to say it.
Is it A?
Professionalism here.
Is it A, Shakespeare, B, Charles Dickens, C, T.S. Eliot, or D, Mary Shelley?
Dan.
Dan.
William Shakespeare.
correct.
Yes, you added
It
the
is
William.
Shakespeare.
Wow.
Billy
I have
Shakes
done my
himself.
mother,
Billy
right?
Shakes himself. Fun fact, in his play, Titus and Draconius, one of the characters, Chiron, exclaims, "Thou hast undone our mother." To which another character, Aaron, replies, "Villain, I have done thy mother."
Do I get credit for quoting Shakespeare?
I did hear it.
I said, "Villain, I have done thy
very
mother."
Yes.
Write
Wow,
down a
these
little,
mics don't pick
write
up
down a little,
anything.
I mean,
write down a little squiggly Shakespeare point there.
Squiggly.
Very faintly, I heard it. Billy Shakes. Cool. Number 2. The Anglo-Zanzibar War was the shortest war in history. Approximately how long did it last? A. 12 minutes. B. 38 minutes. C. 1 hour. Or D. 4 hours and 23 minutes.
Yisel.
Yisel.
D.
B is correct.
Oh.
38 minutes. Wow.
We got some very hungry, very smart folks tonight.
Yes.
Show. All right. Ready for question 3?
I am ready. Are they ready in there?
Are you ready for question 3?
No.
Sure.
Very concise. Go ahead.
Number 3. A horde of which animal was Napoleon once attacked by? Is it A. Emus, B. Dogs, C. Bunnies, or D. Horses? Dan.
Whatever the first one was.
Emus is incorrect. Emus are in Australia. I don't think Napoleon made it to Australia.
He could have gone to Australia. He went everywhere.
When? He did.
He's
He
a-
did go to
he's a-
Australia.
he's royalty. Go to Australia. Just buy emus. It's not.
Why not?
You're not absurd for thinking that it was emus.
What if he wanted emus to attack the Russians?
Maybe.
What if? Come on.
They did win a lot of wars, the emus.
They did. They did win the war.
win
No,
a
he
war.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know the answer, so this is why I'm saying C.
Why?
Why?
Because I said this in advance. I'm sorry for what I say while I'm hungry.
Because you saw.
Okay. So wait. If you can tell us what C is, we'll give you the point.
Yes.
Because it is the correct answer. But can you tell us what C is?
I know B was dogs.
Yes.
Correct.
D was cats.
Nope.
No.
What is C though?
And it starts with the letter C.
And it
Cats.
does not.
Yeah, but we can better believe that.
Olivia with the sabotage point.
Sabotage. It was bunnies.
Oh yeah, I did hear bunny.
That starts with a C.
That's very unfortunate that Yisel did not get that
He's
point.
going for the throat.
Wow, that was incredible. Fun fact, Napoleon purchased over 3,000 rabbits to be used for a great rabbit hunt to celebrate his victories, but sadly, the rabbits were the ones who hunted him.
Yes, sir. Sure. Number 4. Russia ran out of what at the end of World War II? Is it A, rifles, B, potatoes, C, gasoline, or D, vodka?
Olivia.
Olivia.
I'm gonna say potatoes because Yisel perked up at that.
Ah, that's unfortunate because it's.
You don't know anything about yourself.
Maybe
Yisel
I
is
don't.
a big fan of potatoes, and that is
Oh.
incorrect.
It's because it was food. It's because it was
I
food.
also thought like Russia was like poor and starving.
They
That's a
were.
fact.
They were indeed.
The Irish
Ireland?
potato famine is
Yes,
what you're
people can
thinking
be
of.
Yes.
starving.
But Yisel has been saying potato around the station for at least a month now. Just on and off. But it is incorrect. I appreciate the context clues, but it was a false lead, a red herring. A red potato.
Who's gonna try and steal it now?
Dan.
Dan.
Vodka.
Vodka. Can you say that again, please?
Vodka.
Vodka is correct. Congratulations.
Congratulations, comrade.
Congratulations, comrade. They ran out of vodka celebrating the end of World War II because they ran out 22 hours after they started fighting.
No.
Didn't I think Russia lost World War II?
Yeah, but they were happy it was over.
Yeah.
No.
If you're losing men and military
I mean,
stuff,
no, they lost World War One.
Well, they were with.
Yeah,
I don't
but
have
they're-
time for a history lesson
Yeah,
right now.
I thought this was
the
a
ones
wacky
They're
history.
the ones that brought the
Don't know
Germans
history.
back
No,
to
yeah, it's
Berlin,
wacky history.
not Americans.
Put down a funny Russian point. Put down the hammer and sickle. Why don't you do that? And the point for the question. Because I appreciate the accent. Okay, whenever you're done, do question 5.
Okay, question number 5. Which of these animals was a popular pet in the Roman Empire? Is it A, ferrets, B, bunnies, C, bearded dragons, or D, deer?
Yisel.
Yisel.
Ferrets.
Ferrets is correct.
What are you doing in there? Okay.
I was just thinking about Myrrh.
I think what we need to do, I have a sneaking suspicion that anyone that's sitting in that chair always seems to get the answers correct.
You think?
Yeah.
I can't see.
I think Yisel is
I'm
just
blind far
using-
distance. I swear.
I think she's got halfling water.
That is true.
Give her the point.
I am going to give her the point
So
because
now
it
I'm gonna-
is correct. Fun fact, though, instead of cats, the Romans used ferrets to hunt mice and rats.
Oh. Question 6. Which condiment was used as a medicine in the 1930s? Was it A, ketchup, B, mayonnaise, C, mustard, or D, relish?
Dan.
Dan.
Mayo.
Nope.
Oh, what?
Bam.
Olivia?
Olivia.
Ketchup?
Ketchup. You are catching up now because that's the correct answer.
Why does mayo just sound?
Oh,
There's
ketchup tastes like it would be
mayonnaise, a medicine.
No,
Did you say
Patrick.
ketchup tastes like
mayonnaise
medicine?
Is not an inch.
I hate mayonnaise.
I hate mayonnaise.
What's ketchup? What's your stance on ketchup?
No.
No, revoke that point.
Yeah.
No, give it back.
Okay, give it back.
I'll
But
eat
then
ketchup then.
You'll eat ketchup now?
Straight
I don't know.
Because
How does
ketchup,
ketchup work? You dip it in.
you
You're
dip
still
your chicken
eating it.
nuggets in there.
Words are hard.
Ketchup was later turned into tomato pills to cure jaundice.
Yes.
Jaundice. When your
Who's
skin gets all
John?
sickly and yellow.
Jaundice soup.
You know jaundice? Jaundice what? Right.
Number 7. Vladimir Pravik was one of the first firefighters to respond to the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. The radiation was so intense, it changed his eye color from brown to what color?
Bit on the border of wacky.
Is it A, red, B, green, C, blue, or D, yellow?
Dan.
Dan.
Yellow.
No, it's not yellow. Yisel.
Green.
No, it's not green.
Olivia?
Olivia.
I'm gonna go with yellow.
Yellow was already said.
It was?
Yes.
I thought you said green.
I said green.
Dan said yellow. Sel said green.
I'll let you
No,
try again.
No, that's not
What?
how math
I'll go with
works.
red.
Red's also incorrect.
I knew it was blue. I was like, no, it's
It was
Right there.
blue. It was blue. What do you mean it's not facky or wacky?
Wacky history. Holy moly.
What do you mean it's not wacky? That's pretty wacky.
It's the Chernobyl nuclear disaster.
It's history. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Fun fact, when the explosion happened, the USSR originally didn't tell the West. Sweden was the first to find out as nuclear scientists there picked up the spike in radiation on their monitors, alerting the rest of the world.
Wow, so wacky. So funny and quaint. Isn't that so wacky,
That's
guys?
pretty crazy.
Question 8. During World War II,
So wacky.
Yeah.
a dog named Juliana was awarded the Blue Cross Medal. What breed of dog was she? A, a German Shepherd, B, a Great Dane, C, a Newfoundland, or D, a Pit Bull?
Olivia?
Olivia.
I'm gonna go with a German Shepherd because Germany was in World War II.
That's a solid guess, but it is incorrect.
Yisel.
Hazel.
See?
Nope.
Nope.
Damn.
Newfoundland was famously not in World War II. Don't quote me on that. That's not true. I don't know.
Oh, is that the place in Canada?
Yes. Newfoundland is in Canada, and Canada was in.
I don't think Canada existed yet.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
What?
No,
Dan,
it's
you got a
just gone
50-50.
from the world. What were the other two options?
Great Dane and Pit
Mr. Worldwide?
Dale.
That's what I was
Bull. You say die?
Dale. Great Dane.
Great Dane is correct. She extinguished an incendiary bomb by peeing on it, saving several lives. Just walked up there like, no, Juliana, no. And she just,
I got this.
yeah, you got it. You got a blue cross.
Yes. Number 9. In 1919, what did Boston, Massachusetts flood with? Was it A, oil, B, soda, C, molasses, or D, sewage?
Olivia.
Olivia.
Molasses.
Molasses is correct. Fun fact, experts say that the flood of molasses would have been comparable to being hit by a tsunami. Yes, Yisel.
What's molasses?
Sugar.
Like,
It's like syrup, but like, you know, it's thicker than slower than molasses. Is it thicker than molasses or slower than molasses?
Thicker than molasses means you're stupid. Slower also means you're stupid, but also slow. It's a what?
It's what old people
It's
use
a
in
viscous
science
substance
class. Talk about
The
viscosity.
molasses
resulting
do to
from
you.
refining sugarcane and sugar beets into sugar. It's basically thick sugar.
Yes.
Thick, syrupy sugar. But I'm pretty sure like a truck tipped over in the middle of town.
No, it
or
was
the
actually
train.
a tank.
Yeah, the barrel wasn't like made correctly. And
No,
then,
it was much bigger than a barrel.
I mean, like, what do
This-
you call, like a water tower, but full of molasses.
I think it's a little bit bigger than that.
I'll have to look more into that. but
This wasn't my fact, but I read about it. and it
That's
was
pretty funny. Question 10. The Mayan people believed and honored what animal as vessels of the gods? Is it A, cats, B, deer, C, rabbits, or D, turkeys?
Dan.
Dan.
Deer.
Deer? No.
Damn.
Deer is incorrect.
So, what are you doing in there?
Are you braiding the table?
No.
Do you even know what you're doing right now? What's the question? What is the question?
Who did the? Was it mine?
What about him?
Or something like
Okay.
that. Can I just say? I
What-
think
what-
it's the turkeys, though.
What is wrong with you? Give me points. Can you pay attention, please?
I'm gonna give you a cell.
This cell is just.
It's cats.
It's turkeys. You
something.
got it.
Oh, okay.
This sucks.
I'm giving you a cell a point and a
To all of our
disassociating
active
point.
listeners, I'm so gled you're here.
And
To
all
those
our
of you who are
passive
not
listeners.
actively listening, I'd appreciate it if you did.
I'm.
Instead of braid a
I
table.
gave you a cell a disassociating point. I felt that was pretty apt.
Astral projection. Question 11.
Question number 11. Approximately how much of Normandy beaches are made up of shrapnel from D-Day? Is it A, 2%, B, 3%, C, 4%, or D, 5%? Dan.
3%.
No.
Olivia.
Olivia.
I'm gonna go with the milk.
I was really hoping you'd say that. I was gonna say it if you didn't say it, but now I have to
It's
say
nice to know I'm predictable.
you're wrong. It's unfortunately not milk. But,
Yeah, but I
give her a
had to
milk
say it.
point though.
boy.
Give her a milk point.
2%.
Oh.
Nope. That's the worst
yeah,
milk
it's
drawing I've ever seen.
This
Yeah,
thing's
Yisel,
drying
go
out.
ahead. So they're 4 or 5%. What? Stop. Yes, 4%.
How?
I'm just very hungry.
Fun fact, 5,000 tons of bombs were dropped by the Allies on that day. When examining the sand, scientists found microscopic bits of smoothed down shrapnel from the landing. It's pretty wacky. What?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, and we've gone through 11 questions.
Yes. They missed 2 of them, and then we took away a point.
Right. For the anti-catch-up point
Yeah.
No.
or store order.
What?
It's making me uncomfortable that this is unbalanced. Okay. Here's the final question. It's a bit of a wordy one. So pay attention. This is the best question on the entire series of trivia.
It is pretty wacky.
Wait. Can I just say?
What?
I don't know if you guys have played this game, but question 12. What's that smell? Continue.
What?
What?
You guys, if you don't know the game, you don't know it.
I'm stopping
Why
the
would you
game
bring it
right
up
now to look this up.
You
Question
know I don't know.
12. What's that? What is that?
Smell.
There's nothing that came up.
Nothing came
Nothing
It
up.
won't
came
come
up.
up because it's only the dude that ever, and it's only a specific dude that says it.
Who's that?
I don't know the dude. I don't know, the game
What's
is
it from?
HQ.
HQ?
That trivia. Yeah, that trivia game.
Leonard Skinner, That Smell is the first thing that came up.
That's a song.
What?
What?
oh, I found it. HQ Trivia on Twitter. What? Guest host Cookie Monster. What is HQ Trivia? What is
Okay,
this?
just continue with the actual
Free money
trivia.
every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Need help. What is
Don't
this?
promote other shows.
Some pretty
What
wacky
is-
history.
Oh, I know that.
Wacky history. Here's the best question. Here's the best question that I've ever written. Sidetracked, but now it's here. Here we go. Guts von Berligen is a legendary German knight of old. He lived from 1480 to 1562. He was a knight and a mercenary that has several incredible feats that he is known for. Which of the following is not one of his many accomplishments? Is it A, His arm was shot off by a cannon and replaced with an iron prosthetic. B. He single-handedly defeated 13 men in a murderous bar fight after drinking, according to himself, enough to drown a whale. C. He was known as a warrior poet and published the first known usage of the phrase, quote, lick my ass. Or D. Once his friends bribed guards to release him from prison, and he almost immediately after kidnapped a bishop. Which of the following is not true?
Oh, not true.
Not true.
Nice.
3 of those things he did. Which one did he not do?
Olivia.
Olivia.
I'm gonna go with C. I don't think he's that eloquent.
He is.
He is.
He was known as the warrior poet and is the first ever known usage of the phrase, lick my ass, which is FCC clean. I checked. Go ahead.
I think it's A.
A? His arm was shot off by a cannon and replaced with an iron prosthetic.
I still want
And
that to be true.
it was so delicate that he could write with a quill for his warrior poetry with it. That is true. Dan, you have a 50-50. It's either the drunken bar fight or the bribe into bishop kidnapping. Which did he not do?
I just want them all to be true.
The bishop.
The bishop? He did do that. That is incorrect.
That just sounded like it was true.
He was outlawed by the Holy Roman Empire, arrested, and his friends begged and pleaded and bribed to get him out. Immediately after, he went to kidnap the bishop and put him there.
It just sounds like it's true, you know?
This dude's my icon.
So the one he did not do was murderously defeat 3 men in a bar while
13
drunk.
men.
13 men in a bar. That is something I had to come up with. I'm like, how do I?
It sounded wrong, but I was like, it's probably right.
Did this person have children?
As far as I know, I don't think so. But he's truly amazing. He was a knight for 40 years after his arm was blown off, using that prosthetic. Like I said, it was delicate enough for him to write with a quill, which was important for his warrior poet lifestyle. And after his bishop stunt, he was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life, which for him was pretty great, because he could just live in a castle that he bought with all his treasure and get drunk all the time and write a memoir of his life, which was known as one of the best pieces of German writing of all time. Guts van Berligen. Nuts.
That's pretty wacky.
That's pretty wacky, guys.
Pretty wacky.
Yes.
All right, now we're going to cut our mics for but a moment to figure out who won. And I ask politely for you not to say anything mean about me in the meantime, okay?
Yep.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm cutting the mics now.
Yisel said we're fired.
Not if I cut it out of the audio. Which I did. Got him. All right, it's time to announce the winners. In 3rd place, with a total of 3 points, because of their total 4 points, but a -1 from a disassociating
How
point,
dare you?
is yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
that's not me?
Yeah, I heard
Also, you tried
disassociation.
to-
I was gonna
Also, you
be.
tried to fire me, so.
Hey, in my defense, it would have been the greatest thing for the station.
Oh.
With 0 points, in last place is yourself. What are you doing with? Oh. You're just rustling them. All right.
Now, do you see why?
So
Yeah.
in 2nd place, with a total of 4 points, due to their natural 3 points and a super cool Russian accent point, is Dan. Meaning in 1st place, with 2 natural points, a squiggly shake point, a sabotage point, and a milk point, is Olivia.
I'm my swearing, but what the hell?
You just did it, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I won wacky history.
Yeah.
Won wacky history.
Wow.
Truly.
Alex.
Yes.
Sure, what you won?
You won a mini chocolate cake from KFC.
Yeah. This
Is
was
that why you
not
guys
a,
were late here?
maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can share it if you want, but I won't make you.
Yeah,
Wow, that was super wacky and super fun.
that was.
Okay, now.
You guys enjoy wacky history?
Yeah, very wacky.
Very, very wacky.
Yes, Yisel?
Can we go eat now?
Yes, thank you so
Damn.
much for coming on. I guess I'll just kill the mics and then cry about it.
That's kind
wanna
of
go
rude,
eat.
don't you think? Unbelievable.
Spend all this time writing the show and then it's like, oh,
You came up with wacky stuff, too. All right.
I'm okay. Well, thanks for coming on, folks. We'll see you next time on Wacky History Trivia, except there won't be another one. This is the only Wacky History. This is next trivia. So
Next trivia.
that wraps it up for this. Wait, we give it to them.
Yeah, we give it to them.
We really do need to eat. We haven't eaten yet. So let's give it back to us who are now well fed.
Yes.
Probably, I hope.
I hope so.
To end the show, take it away, other guys. What are you doing?
I win.
You lost.
You lost. That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you tune in next week. Same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCDF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
High Noon Friday is assembled through collaboration from students from Dr. Daly's Audio Production 2 class. The producers and scriptwriters are Jackson DiCarlo, Alex Erwin, Chloe Kowalyk, and Hunter Halterman. News is presented and read by Cascio Fonseca. Sports is prepared and read by Trevor Hauer, and the weather is prepared and read by Jules Hoepting. Tune next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. I'm Jackson DiCarlo.
And I'm Alex Erwin. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next week. Same time, same place. Have a great weekend, Fredonia.
Bye-bye.